Hello, how are you all doing, Aries? Oh my goodness gracious. How are you all doing since the last reading? Woo, we already got a card. Look at that. I actually want to do something a little bit different in this reading. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is do one row on your current love life, where it's at for you, and then pull some cards on what's going on with the energy of whoever it is that you are on here wondering about, and how they feel about you, and then the direction of where your love life is coming. So if that resonates with you and you're really digging this way, definitely put it in the comments below, because that tells me that's the way you like it, and I can continue doing it that way. Whereas when I was doing the previous readings, I was kind of just doing a general reading, and whatever needed to flow out was flowing out. And if you prefer that, then just let me know. So prefer what you actually like. We want to focus on what we like, not on what we don't like, right? Okay, my dear friends. So let's get some cards for Aries on their current situation of their love life. In the meantime, my name is Corinne Clapham, intuitive wellness coach, Reiki master, yoga instructor, psychic reader, medium reader, and tarot and oracle, amongst many other magical delights. Okay, Aries. So we have the Ten of Swords that's in reverse. Okay, so and just remember too, this is also a general reading. Okay, so just take what resonates. And in the description below, there is a link for one-on-one readings if you want one specifically for you. However, in this general reading, for some of you, maybe even a lot of you, I feel like you have hit rock bottom or have been, I hate saying this, like stabbed in the back. Like, I don't like saying those kind of words. It's such a, I don't know, just seems like such a vibration kind of wording, I guess. It just sounds intense. But so for some of you, yes, you might have felt like something had happened with someone. The Star card is here. That was also in the reverse. So this can mean, and this is Aquarius energy, this can also mean like renewal or hope, having faith. But again, it was in the reverse. So I would almost say, like, some of you are feeling like it's very difficult to have faith in the situation. Maybe you had faith and then you felt like you were, the person that was involved on the other side might have done you wrong or something of the sort. And then we also have the Tower moment that was in reverse. And Tower moment, essentially usually means whatever is not serving us is crumbling apart. And usually when that happens, it's to catapult us onto a different path. Hold on. And I'm just clearing my throat there. Usually when that happens in a reading too, there's also some throat chakra stuff going on. So for a lot of you, there may be some things that you've been wanting to communicate but have been holding back in communicating. You didn't know how to communicate with the other person. Let's get a couple of cards on whoever it is that you're on here wanting to know about, especially if you resonated with what I was just saying, whoever that other person is. Let's get, what is it that person, how do they feel about you, Aries? How do they feel about you currently? Well, I guess it would be in the recent past or current or recent future. How do they feel about our Aries? Let's get one more clarifying card here. Great, thank you. Okay, so we have the Chariot card here. It's a pretty good card generally, but this really can symbolize action and change. A new motion, a new vehicle, a new thing. So let me get the other cards here and then we'll read a little bit more. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of Cups here, which can also represent too many options. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles, and that can mean like that person's very guarded. They're keeping their feelings very much to themselves. I can also see how some of you are feeling like you're a little bit left out in the cold. You're feeling like you kind of just got stabbed in the back. You don't know what's going on. Sometimes that's the worst feeling, really, is not knowing what's going on. And I can feel that sense that for some of you, a lot of you, the other person has really got their things guarded. They're getting the feelings guarded. Their communication is a bit guarded. For some of them, yeah, they're on a new adventure. They're moving forward, okay, and they might have a lot of different options. But the other thing that I do see here is for some of them that they might have a lot of disillusions that are going on in their mind too. You know, like all these cards have different kind of meanings. And I'm just really trying to tap in what's going to resonate with most people here. But for some people, the other person may be like, if you look at all these different things that are coming out of these cups, it's almost like sometimes that can represent they're looking at things not black and white or reality. Like it's almost like a little bit disillusioned. When I say disillusioned, I don't mean that in an insulting way. What I mean is sometimes when people have a lot of wounds or childhood wounds or things they haven't healed yet or things they haven't healed from a past relationship, what happens is people are moving forward into the next relationship dynamic or in life in general with a little bit of a skewed perspective, because if you think about glasses, someone's wearing glasses, if they're wearing shades that have all these belief systems that are in there that are imprinted from past hurt, then their perspective on things are going to be very different than someone else who's wearing another pair of glasses where their views are different with different belief systems. Does that make sense to you? And if you think about when you're wearing sunglasses, how it can make things look really bright and sunny depending on what color of the lens is, and some can make it a little bit more dreary or a different kind of tint. And then when you take it off, it can look so much differently. So that's what I mean is sometimes once we start the healing, we actually start to see things differently. When we heal from within, we start to see other people, other situations differently, and therefore we react very differently. And I can see that this person is very guarded too. So let's pull some cards here. What is going on this week for Aries in their love relationship? What is going on with Aries this week, May 3rd to the 9th? By the way, remember the 9th is Mother's Day. Okay. What have we got? Okay, Aries, this is good. I feel like some of you are going through a little bit of a tough time, and that's okay. Just remember, even on the rainiest days, the sun always ends up coming out. Okay, so if you're just in that moment, you're gonna get out. And Aries, we do have really good cards here for your week here. The sun can represent happiness, joy, success. This is also Leo energy. This was in the reverse, so just be open to yourself, to allowing yourself, giving yourself that permission for you to feel that. And then you also have the Four of Swords here, okay? So a lot of rest. A lot of you will probably already be feeling like you need the rest. Like we're also coming out of the super full moon that we had in the sign of Scorpio. I just find like rest is kind of a big message for a lot of people. And especially with this card, I think when we take that time to rest, this doesn't just signify rest, but it's almost like kind of disconnecting a little bit, disconnecting from maybe social media as much as you used to or things like that. When we take that time, and it's a time to really turn inwards for yourself, when we take that time, we can get our grounding back in. We can get our self-worth back up, especially when we get in a relationship or a dynamic, or it could even be a friendship or job, for that matter. When it kind of knocks us off our feet, sometimes we just need to like get back on our feet, and that takes time. So Aries, really take this time to do your inner work. This week is your time to do the healing. It's your time to do the self-love, the self-nurturing, because you're worth it. And quite honestly, when we take that time to do it, what usually ends up happening is we usually end up attracting someone who's a different vibration, because we have now elevated our vibration as well, right? So yeah, you might need to invest some time of being a little bit, taking space away from things, being on your own for a little bit, but taking that time to really spend on yourself. But it always ends up paying off, because when we do that, we start to attract in other types of energies. Usually when we do that, we start to attract in our exes and things like that too. But you really, honestly, Aries, while you're taking this time to turn inwards and rest and renewal, take that time to really see what it is you really want in a relationship and dynamic, because I'm sensing for a lot of you, for a lot of the dynamics that a lot of you have had, I don't think you're really that happy in it, to be quite honest. Like, I think a lot of you knew it was going to end. Some of you may even been the one who ended it. But nonetheless, even when we're the ones who end it, it can still be kind of difficult too, right? So I get that. So allow yourself to have those emotions that come up that need to be grieved and healed. But spend time on focusing on what it is that you do want. And sometimes when we see what we don't want, that teaches us what we do want. And then we have the Strength card here too. This is also Leo energy, but this is really, tending to yourself, being gentle with yourself, getting back on your feet again. So I really feel for a lot of you Aries, this is going to be a time for you to be turning inwards. I'm going to pull some other love romance cards from the Oracle deck here by Doreen Virtue. These other cards I just showed you is from the Rider Waite. And so let's get some clarifying cards for the energy of Aries. Deception. So yeah, there might have been some deception going on, whether it was on your end or the other person's end. However, you did get the Ten of Swords. So I feel like a lot of you may feel or have been deceived by someone. Okay, let's pull a card for the other person's energy here. Ooh, that just flew right out. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, and then let's get some cards here for this week for Aries in the love department. If you're digging this, please hit the subscribe buttons. You can hit the notification buttons as well so you get notified when upcoming videos come. If you enjoy this, please put it in the comments below. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Beautiful. And sometimes that effort is also putting it onto yourself, Aries. Getting the energy and the focus back on yourself. Beautiful. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. I really do feel like, Aries, you're going to have some a different energy coming in. I also see for yourself, it is time to take control of your life. I feel like a lot of you who are really going by this sun energy, taking the time to rest and turn inwards, really take time to tend to yourself, to build your strength, your courage, your footing. A lot of you will end up having a new energy coming in. It's just law of attraction. You know what I mean? When you're getting yourself in a higher vibration place, you will attract a higher vibration person, okay? And sometimes when we're high vibe, we will attract a lot of different energies in. That does not mean you have to go for every single one. In fact, sometimes when we have certain energies come in and they're not for us and we don't go for it, we're actually telling the universe, no, that's not quite what I want. This is what I want. And then the universe is like, oh, okay. And then they bring that in. So sometimes that's how things work. Whereas sometimes if we continuously keep falling back for what we used to go for, even though we don't like it, it doesn't have a good outcome, we keep attracting more of that in there. So just be very mindful, because I have a feeling for some of you Aries, you're going to have some different energies coming in, especially those of you who are going to take that time to really dive deep within yourself. That's why I said also this week, take some time to focus on what it is that you do want. Even if you've already written 100 lists by now of what you want, it's good to do it every now and then too, from a different perspective. You're always in a different place as time progresses. So doing that list again, I think is going to really help, and it can be fun. Okay, so Aries, really this week, it's really just getting back on your feet and turning inwards and have fun with it. It's just self-nurturing, self-love. You're so worthy of it. And I really look forward to seeing outcomes for a lot of you. And like I said, if you're enjoying this, hit the subscribe button, the notification button, so you know when future videos come. And if you're digging this, put it in the comments below so I know. I always love hearing some things back from y'all, so it's not like I'm just talking to a computer screen here, but positive comments, right? Positive comments, nothing like crazy. All right, much love, Aries, Corinne Clapham, and I'll see you next time.